Do you think you and your partner are opposite and that's why you are attracted to each other? Scientists studied over 130 different traits across millions of people over a century, and guess what they found? Birds of a feather, they actually do flock together. You are most likely to end up with a person that's strangely similar to you. Your partner might also be into true crime documentaries at 3 a.m. in the morning. I mean, it's a little crazy, but so your perfect match might not really be that strange. They also found that people connect over strangest things and they call it assortative mating. For example, were you breastfed or not? Do you also have three exes or not? Like I recently met a girl, she had three exes, I have three exes, now four. But you get the idea. Now, of course, exceptions are always there. Like sometimes you're a night owl and he likes to get up early in the morning, but that's only about 3% of the time. So, it's actually much easier to Netflix and chill when you both like the same shows. So, opposites don't really attract. They are, in fact, together only 3% of the time. So, stop looking for someone who's wildly different from you. Look for similarities because they are a hallmark sign of success. So, number two, if you think you can do multitasking at the same time, like, 4 or 5 tasks, you might be in the top 1% in the entire world. Let's test. So, if you think you're a productivity superhero and you can handle 5 tasks at once, here's what happens. Your brain isn't splitting attention across 5 tasks, it's actually rapidly switching between these 5 tasks. It's like having one spotlight that has to keep jumping around because it's too dark and oh my god, you get the idea, right? It's annoying. Also, every time you do that, you leave behind something that's called cognitive residue. It's like leaving mental crumbs behind and they pile up and create something messier. Like imagine playing cricket while you are cooking. Like you'll start putting salt on the bat and you'll hit the ball in the oven. It's like switching highway lanes. Every time you do that, you are more likely to make a mistake. So every time you're doing multiple tasks at the same time, you might end up doing a lot of mistakes compared to when you're only focusing on one. So yes, human brain is not built to do multitasking. We can only focus one thing at a time. Like I can't figure this out right now while I'm talking to you. Number three, birth order determines personality. Sorry, that's my younger sister. Baby. Right. So if you are the firstborn, the secondborn, the thirdborn, or the fourth, that basically means your parents are really hardworking. Awesome. Okay. So if you think your personality is based on the number you were born, if you're the youngest, you're wild. If you're the oldest, you're the high achiever. If you're the middle child, you're the poor guy like me. Inaccurate. This whole thing started. So this whole thing started about 90 years ago by this guy Alfred Adler, and he looked at families and said, you know, your birth order determines your entire personality. But modern science said, not so fast, Mr. Adler. They studied thousands of families and they said, you know, birth order cannot determine personality. It's like saying that your neighbor decides when you get the promotion, unless your neighbor is your boss, but regardless of that. Now, oldest childs who are said to be these little overachievers sometimes are not so successful. People say they are overachievers because parents paid a lot of attention to them and they were able to mold them into becoming the achievers. Whereas the youngest child is always wild because parents were too lazy to take care of them. But that's not how it works, right? I am sure you know some younger child who's very successful, became an entrepreneur or some sports prodigy or something, because that's how it works. Your personality is not determined by your birth order. But this brings out the question, what really makes your personality? It's whole another mess. It could be your genes, how your parents treated you, how your siblings treated you, who were your friends, which school did you go to, what kind of experiences you had when you were a kid. Were you traumatized? Were you beaten up a lot? Or did you have a very loving, doving childhood? Lovey dovey, sorry. Next, we have those stages of grief. I'm sure you would have heard of them: acceptance, denial, bargaining, and whatnot. Unfortunately, they are not accurate either. Let me tell you how. So this whole idea of stages of grief comes from 1960s by this doctor called Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. He was actually studying terminally ill patients and he was seeing that how they behave and act waiting for their impending end. And somehow this got twisted into this universal rule book that this is how everyone should manage their grief. Now, grief is a messier thing. One day you are very energetic, you are happy, you want to go out and meet your friends and be highly productive. But the next day you're drowning in sadness and you don't want to come out of your blanket. And they both are true. And there are times when you're sad and angry at the both time. You want to punch the wall, but you also want to just sit and cry. It's emotional bhangra. and it's not a checklist either that you have to check the box number 1, box number 2. Oh, congratulations, now you can proceed to box number 3. So your grief is yours. Don't follow someone else's roadmap that this is how it's supposed to be. You want to go out with your friends, go talk to them. You want to sit with your feelings, go sit with your feelings. Just feel how you're feeling, it helps. No need to worry about the 5 stages of grief, it's a myth. Oh, by the way, what's your personality? Are you an INTJ, ENFP, ENST, or ABCD? Imagine taking an online test and it reduces your entire personality to just 4 letters. Well, the Myers-Briggs personality test is a myth, my friend. Let me tell you how. Now, these 4 letters, they sure sound very scientific, but are they? Not even close. The whole thing was started by a mother-daughter duo in 1960s. They had zero psychology training, by the way. And they just said, we're going to create a test which will ask people very extreme questions. Do you want to go out or do you want to stay inside your house? It doesn't work that way. One day you're in one mood, one day you're in other mood. And fun thing, if you do this test again after a couple of weeks, you'll have different results. So these lovely ladies, they took some ideas from Carl Jung and made a personality test. By the way, you're a complex human being. Don't try to fit yourself in these 4 letters. Companies spend millions every year making their employees take these tests, and a lot of time HRs ask you to submit your 4 letters. And if you don't match the team dynamic, they don't hire you. It's doesn't make sense, but that's how the world works. I am Shivam. I am here to make you smarter and better every day. If you like my videos, follow me, subscribe, and if you like this one, drop a comment and tell me how it changed your life. Love you.